Hello viewers and welcome to Void Destroyer. I'm your host PewPewChooChoo, and today we're checking out another Steam Early Access game. So Void Destroyer here is a mashup between an RTS and a space combat sim. So if you think about it, take something like Homeworld and combine that with I don't know, something like the Elite series or something like the X series of games, and you would get a game with a lot of potential. So, as you can probably tell by the title inside the video, I mean, we're taking a look at primarily the space, the piloting, the space combat portion of the game here, and we're going to do the RTS mechanics in a separate video. So we're going to, just take a look at both sides of the game and really see how it performs. So I've created a save file here, and that's what we've loaded up. This is right around 15 minutes into the game, and the story so far is that we're controlling we are controlling a fighter that's effectively on patrol, and we are alerted by a distress signal coming from a nearby patrolling fleet on the other side of the gate, and we're effectively just supposed to go to it. Talking about the controls, I mean, and stuff movement, you have your WASD keys for movement, your Q and E to adjust the up and down, the Z axis, and you have C and Z to flip the ship upside down, and, well, it's effectively the roll, right? The HUD here, it's fairly self-explanatory. I mean, you have your red bar on the right for your health, red bar on the other side for enemy health, and two little gray gauges on the side for ammunition for your two weapons. Alright, well, let's jump into, let's say, some of the combat, and let's mess around with this system. All we're really going to do here is that, I have the game set on easy mode because the game does have quite a few immersion factors present, but the problem with them is that you sort of have to be good at space combat sims to, fully realize those features, right? And I'm essentially playing with the aiming assist on, so as you can see here, I mean, I don't really have to lead my shots. The game will do that for us. And all we're just going to do is just take down these enemy ships and blow them up, just like that. And so we have two weapons, practically unlimited ammo, and we're just supposed to sweep these guys away. So we're just going to nab onto another target here. Let's nab on that one, let's take that down. One of the things that's pretty cool inside this game is that it uses a fairly realistic flight model where it uses Newtonian physics instead of your standard sort of go-kart controls, as I like to call them. And what I mean by that is that with the piloting, you can disable what is effectively the stability controls inside the game, and what this will allow you to do is that it'll allow you to just sort of pivot around one object while just keeping momentum in one direction, which is really useful during some of these fights. So the game here, we'll go through some of the storyline here. It's mainly fairly early game stuff, so there's no real spoilers or anything, and I'm just going to let that play right here. And it looks like, ambush is over, though the flagship over here, Wardrum, is taking quite a lot of damage, and it looks like it's about to topple over right now. Although it can't, because it is in space right now. Oh, looks like we're supposed to head towards Wardrum. Alright, well, we will accelerate the ship, and we'll go over there, and we'll see what happens. I really can't describe the physics system, or the flight system here really rather accurately. It's sort of one of those things where you just sort of had to play to understand it. But one of the it's if I were to relate it to like a sci-fi movie or TV show, it does the Battlestar Galactica thing, and I mean like the new series, like the 2007 stuff, not the really retro show where they do like a lot of crazy like flips and stuff like that inside it, and you can do all of that stuff inside the game. So we're just going to head back here. You can probably tell that there is a little velocity or speed gauge and fuel or boost gauge on the bottom right portion of the HUD right there, and that's mainly what you're looking at here. Yeah, so you can overshoot really easily because there is nothing to really resist you from going too fast inside the game. All we're really supposed to do is to dock up with War Drum, and we, because we are the player, we get to control War Drum for the next little while, so let's do that. There we go. So we should be docking up with it, and we will get control with it in a little bit. And this is the portion of the game that really opens up from here on out. So we get control of War Drum, and we also get to use the RTS tactical display, in addition to commanding the other ships at our leisure, of course. Alright, so let's do that. Let's take a look at the tactical view first, so we can press space. That'll open up here, and let's see what ships we actually have right now. We actually have quite a few, so we're going to get all of this, and we're just going to get all of this to regroup just like that. And that will get all of these other ships coming over here to War Drum. With V and B, we can actually switch between all the different ships that we have here. So it looks like we have a few, you know, Bonnie class fighters over here. They're just like little ships. We have our original vessel, which is the Perez one, and I do believe we also have a cruiser here. Yeah, here it is, Intrepid, and this is a missile firing ship. I think it also has a few turrets on it. You just can't control the turrets like that. Yep, it also has a few turrets like that. Alright, so jumping back into War Drum, with some of these bigger ships, commanding them is obviously fairly different from commanding some of the smaller ships. All we're supposed to do is just blow up some debris over here, but after that we get another dialogue scene. Yeah, most of the content in terms of story and stuff will be displayed through these messages, but the main objective right now is to just simply get War Drum out of here, and that's what we're going to do. So, with some of these bigger ships, I mean, eventually you command ships like War Drum here. This ship in particular, it'll eventually have right around 10 guns on board it, and you can control it like an ordinary ship, of course. But the smarter thing to do would be to just issue commands for the various things, so that your ship sort of gets more things done. So, you can probably tell that there's a legend of all the controls on the right-hand side of the screen right now, and what we are going to do is we're just going to get War Drum through that gate and back into whatever sector that we came from. So I just issued a rotate command to the ship to, you know, align it with the gate. Now I'm going to issue a movement command so that we go through the gate, and we're just going to let the game's AI take care of our little fleet here, and it's going to automatically move War Drum forward at a reasonable speed, and it will adjust if necessary, of course. In the meantime, all we can do is that we can manage all of the gun systems at once. We can manage, say, only one of them, and you'll see that I'm just cycling through the various gun cycles or gun groupings on the left-hand side of the screen. Alternatively, we can actually let all of the guns just sort of do their own, or we can just take care of one and let the entirety of the ship do the rest. Now, the enemy fleet is jumping in here, so we're just going to take command of, where's the point defense gun? There we go. This is the only one on War Drum that's actually fully rotatable. So we're going to take control of this, and we're going to take a look at the fight from this perspective. Now, War Drum, what we're going to do is, because moving through these gates is sort of difficult, we're just going to accelerate it, and we're going to get it to cruise its way at a fixed speed while we continue to take a look at some of the guns on it. If Intrepid is still alive, I'm gonna hop over to that, but it seems to be the first ship that the AI targets, so unfortunately we might not be able to see that. I'm also going to assign some commands here, so I'm going to get all the fighters to target one of these Marauder class vessels, and hopefully these fighters will last long enough to make some sort of difference. I accidentally selected War Drum in that little grouping, so we're just going to have to re-rotate it. And we are going to have to take control of it because it is losing health fast. We actually only have to get War Drum through that gate. That is our sole responsibility. So that's what we are going to sort of concentrate on as our little fighters here take the brunt of the blow. And we're going to hop back up to this panel right here. And we're just going to jump, activate the gate, hop back down, and go through it here before War Drum gets blown up. And there we go. Ooh, ship's on fire now. So that is effectively the conclusion of the piloting demo, really. Next time we're going to take a look at the RTS mechanics, which come into play right around, I would say, like 5 to 10 minutes after this point. So with that sort of said, I'm going to leave you guys here. Be sure to check out the RTS mechanics video, and well, that's pretty much that. So I'll see you guys later on. Bye bye.